So let's talk about the principal unit normal, which will be another way to describe a quality of a curve that is separate from how the curve has been parametrized. We spoke about curvature being measuring how fast a curve is turning. So this measures how quickly a curve turns, and it is a scalar value. So it's actually a magnitude of how quickly the curve is turning, and we defined it originally as the magnitude of the derivative of t with respect to the arc length, right? So how quickly along a curve our tangent vectors are making turns. Now, that's a magnitude. We would like to know the direction in which our tangents are turning. Okay, so the direction in which the tangents are turning, the tangent vectors are turning, would be given by, dt ds. This is going to be a vector. So, one note here, because t is a unit vector, its derivative is orthogonal to t. I will do a short proof in an upcoming video of why this is true. But in class, I would have already talked about this. So, so we've got a vector here that gives us the direction in which the tangent is turning. We know that its magnitude is described as dt ds, and we call that the curvature. So we define a new vector called the principal normal vector. And this vector is going to have a length of 1. It's going to be a unit vector that has length 1, but the direction of dt ds. So here's what it looks like. We're going to take the normal vector with respect to arc length. This is by definition, will be the direction in which the tangent is turning, but we're going to divide by the magnitude of the direction, the vector in which the tangent is turning. And so that this will give us a unit vector. That magnitude is kappa. So we defined the unit normal as 1 over the curvature, because we're dividing by the magnitude, times the rate of change of the tangent with respect to the arc length. Now, we noted when we talked about arc length that it's not always easy to parametrize curves with respect to arc length. This is assuming that our curve is parametrized with respect to arc length. So we'd like to find an expression for our unit normal that does not depend on arc length. I'd like to be able to find an expression for n that is in terms of t instead of in terms of s, where t is any parameter. So let's figure that out. So for parameter t, so any parameter, not necessarily our arc length parameter, we know that dt ds can be written as the derivative of t with respect to any parameter t times the derivative of little t with respect to s. This is applying the chain rule, right? Where now I'm thinking that t is a vector defined in terms of little t, which is defined in terms of the arc length. And so when we apply the chain rule, we take the derivative of the outside, that's dt dt, with respect to the inside, times the derivative of the inside, which is dt ds. Okay, so now that we have this, we can rewrite it as I'm going to leave the derivative of our tangent with respect to t in the numerator, and I'm going to place dt ds in the denominator, which means that I write it as ds over dt because I'm dividing by it instead of multiplying, so I inverted it. Now, we know that dt with respect to t, that's just the derivative of our unit tangent vector. ds dt, we know, is the, well, this comes from arc length, right? We know that ds dt, if you remember from our conversation about arc length, this is equal to the magnitude of our velocity vector, or it's equal to speed. So we can change that here to make it equal to r prime of t, that is ds dt. That's another expression for speed. Okay, that doesn't give us our normal, because recall from up here that our normal vector with respect to s is normalized. In other words, it's going to have a length of 1. So we have found an expression now for dt ds in terms of t, but now to find my normal vector, I'm going to have to multiply by 1 over kappa. So let's do that. So right now I have that dt ds, this vector, is t prime evaluated at t over the speed of our vector function. And I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal of the curvature. The reciprocal of the curvature is going to be the magnitude of r prime of t divided by the magnitude of t prime of t, right? This is the reciprocal of curvature. That's 1 over k. And this is what we're going to call our unit normal vector with respect to t. But we can simplify this. Notice that the speed here cancels with the speed here. And so we're left with t prime of t divided by its magnitude. So this ensures that we have a unit vector. It will be perpendicular to t because it's its derivative. And now it's parametrized with respect to any t. So let's just talk about a couple of properties, and that will end this video. Properties of this unit normal vector. Well, first, it's a unit vector. So 1, this is for sure a unit vector. 2, because t, our unit tangent, has constant length, its derivative, or any scalar multiple of it, or, I don't know, c times t prime, will be orthogonal to t. Our normal vector is a constant times t prime because we're dividing by the magnitude of t prime, which is just going to be a constant. Therefore, t is perpendicular to the normal vector, which implies then that their dot product must be 0. So that's another property of our unit normal vector. And finally, we'd like to know in which direction this points. The principal normal vector, the one that we care most about, points to the inside of our turn, of our curve. So in the direction the curve is turning. So just to give you a visual of what's happening here, let's suppose that we have a curve, a vector function that looks something like this. Here's, maybe it's going in this direction, and there's r of t. At this point, right here, the unit tangent points in the direction that the curve is moving. That's t. the unit normal is perpendicular to t and points inward in this direction. It's also a unit vector, and it points in the direction that the curve is turning. So if I pick a different place, right there, maybe this is point P, and maybe this is point Q. Oh, that's going to be intruding in my drawing. Point Q. My tangent vector, unit tangent, is going to point in the direction that the curve is heading. There's T. The normal is going to be perpendicular to T, pointing to the inside of the curve. So there is N. So normal vector is perpendicular to the tangent vector. It is a unit vector, and it points to the inside of the curve.